People who are made to choose between your pet or your partner. How did your ex react when you chose your pet? I have a cat that has even placed himself between me and something that he thought was going to hurt me. LMAO, my cat would sell me for a 30-second video of a bird. Get him an OnlyFans subscription. My dog would tell the government where I was hiding for a single piece of bacon. True story. I'm paraphrasing. My friend had his girlfriend spend the night at his house. While he was making her breakfast, she began complaining about his nasty dog. My friend told her, "You should stop complaining. The dog lives here and you don't." They broke up a week later. My friend got mad at his GF's dog. His GF yelled at him. I told him, "You know who she will choose if this keeps up, right? I think we all know how it works." Your friend is a mistakeless savage. Not me, but my sister was dating a guy who angrily accused her of loving her elderly cat more than him. She said she had had him for 14 years, and they had only been dating for about a month. Guess he wasn't expecting that, because he just kind of shut up and left the house. Lol. Guys, I've been dating this chick for over a month now, and she still likes her cat more than me. Sure, she's had him for 14 years, but come on. It's just a cat. Dude can fuck off. I'm married with 3 kids, and I still have a special spot in my heart for my cat, Stella, who is 14 this year. I was gifted her maybe 1 to 2 years before I met my husband, so he understands our bond. How do people not realize family pets are family? Made to choose? That really happens. I've had my dog for 12 years, and I've known my wife for 4. For her to expect me to get rid of him would be insane. I've told my wife 100 times, if they were both hanging off a cliff, and I could only save one of them, I'd save her, but I'd take a second to think about it first. My husband tells me the opposite, lol. His rationale is I'm more capable of saving myself than the dog. I agree, she has 0 chance and I have some chance hanging off a cliff. I mean, there are some reasonable times. Severe allergies. Phobias. Most reasonably, when someone has failed to train their pet properly and it's aggressive, territorial, or incredibly messy. Especially for the latter example, no one on Reddit is going to come and say, well, my ex broke up with me because I didn't train my dog properly and it caused issues that could have been avoided if I had been a better trainer. You know that's the case some of the time. But instead we all upvote the dramatic "it's point your cute fluffy innocent pet or me." Choose. Admit it, Reddit, we're drama queens. I found out that my ex had been talking to her mom about putting my dog down while I was at work and just telling me she ran away or something. Before that moment I never would have thought I could have violent feelings towards a woman. But now I know in my heart that there's a serious possibility I would have hurt her had she actually done it. Darn, that's fucked. Holy shit. How did you find that out? The dog chose me, lol. I divorced my husband and his dog destroyed his house and sadly wouldn't eat properly or do anything but stress until he came to live with me and my dog. But to be fair, my ex is terrible at pets. He just kept him outside all day and night with no interaction. The dog is a Great Dane, and at the time it was me, my toddler and my dog in a little townhouse, but we gladly took in the big guy over keeping him alone and miserable with his actual owner. You can learn a lot about a person by how they treat animals. I have a Great Dane, and the thought of someone leaving one of these big, loving brutes outside all day breaks my heart. I found out my girlfriend was hitting my dog when I wasn't around. I left her, and she was unable to admit that was the reason. I guess answering the question of what happened to you guys? Though he found out I was secretly hurting his dog might make for awkward conversations. How did you find out? This happened to me too with a guy. I caught him on Arlo cameras after I changed the batteries which had been dead for the duration of the relationship. I had him arrested and he was charged with a felony. Mind you, my dog is 12 pounds, 13 years old, and blind. Two friends of mine dated seriously years ago. Girl's cat had jealousy issues and peed on guy's shoes. Guy put cat in the bathtub and pissed on cat. Relationship didn't last much longer. Edit: I really should have mentioned that he was wearing the shoes when the cat did this. The cat pisses on my stuff and it's fine, but I'd piss on the cat and suddenly it's a huge deal. What a double standard. This dude I used to date had a cat who was so attached to him. Whenever I came over, she would get so jealous. I was nice to her, pet her, cuddled, but as soon as I'd show the dude attention, she would be so hurt and just leave the room. One morning I left to go to work to find a big puddle of cat piss in my shoe. Was getting a divorce and the ex-wife demanded my dog or she'd take me to court over the house. I reluctantly gave him to her. She called me 5 days after taking possession of him. He was chewing everything of hers, peeing all over her and her new boyfriend's house. I got him back and he never did any of that for me. Still have him and he is 15 years old now. What a good boy. I'm just glad she never put him down for doing that and returned your boy to you. I remember him saying my diabetic cat needed to go so he could get a dog. We weren't even living together. I looked him dead in the eyes and said, my cat will outlive this relationship, considering she was really sick at the time. He said it was unlikely and stormed off. We broke up 6 years ago and my cat is still going strong. That's amazing. I'm worried about my cat getting diabetes because he's really resistant to being handled and I think injections would be awful for him. But it's so good that she's doing so well. I hope you don't mind this off-topic question, but did your cat ever go into remission? Or have you had to continue giving them insulin shots and a special diet? My cat was just recently diagnosed and the special diet they have him on is hella pricey. But the vet said, if we follow the strict guidelines there is a likelihood that we can get it under control.